Hey girls, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Bronzinggeek. Today's video is all about Nykaa Skin Genius Foundation, which is being recently launched by Nykaa. It was launched on 7th August and I placed my order on the same day, and I got the foundation in another 3-4 days and I started using the foundation from that day itself. But today I have not done any makeup. I've just done a lipstick and my eye look, and I've just applied my moisturizer and a primer. So I'm just going to test the foundation in front of you. So today, for your info, my skin is combination to oily, so you should be clear that what I'm going to use on my face is to be clear. I'm just going to show you my face a little bit. See, as you can see, there are some freckles and all those things being happening on my face, so that when I apply the foundation, I'll just show you so you know what I'm going to try what I'm trying to explain you. Now, the outer packaging of the foundation looks like this. It's a proper red packaging of typical Nykaa. And it says sculpting and hydrating foundation, formulated in Italy, made in Europe. The foundation is going to cost you $5.75. The total amount of foundation you're getting is 30 ml, and the foundation is going to last you for 2.5 years. So that's all about foundation. Now, what is written behind the foundation? I'm just going to read. Weightless texture meet luxurious long wear formula with Nykaa Skin Genius Foundation. It seamlessly blends and melts in your skin and hydrates your skin with its polylift technology and hyaluronic acid. The color stays true always. The sun and the sun filter shield your perfected complexion all day long. Imperfections virtually disappear and you get a radiant, lit from within glow. Now, the 3 important things which they have mentioned down below are natural and radiant finish, lightweight formula, homogeneous application. A homogeneous application means you can apply it with anything, beauty blender, brush. But I think they should have mentioned this thing on the site also, I felt, because how to use they have not mentioned, which is, I feel, neglected. Now, secondly, now all the ingredients and everything is mentioned on the box and everything, so you can throw the box because everything is mentioned on the product also. Now, product looks like this. Now, this is a wonderful packaging by Nykaa. I really like the packaging. Knock on. A lot of people are cribbing. Why didn't they give the pump? Guys, Maybelline Fit Me foundation doesn't have a pump. It's one of the best foundations in the market. People don't crib. Please stop cribbing about this. It's okay. You're getting a pump. At least you don't have to, literally do like this and just wait for the foundation to come. At least whenever you're pouring like this, you know some amount of foundation is going to come, and it is going to come evenly from here only. Nothing excess is going to fall off. So that is one thing. I like the packaging. Not a single complaint from the packaging. Now, one thing I was wondering, since they mentioned that it has a what do you say, the sun filter shield from perfected complexion all day long. So I'm assuming that it has an SPF, which they have not mentioned, or maybe it has no SPF and it has just a sunblock kind of a thing, because I have seen certain sunblocks which don't have SPFs into it. So a lot of people are complaining about this also. So girls, it doesn't have an SPF. I feel it has a sunblock quality, so that's okay. You can't get everything in everything. One thing, sorry. Now, 2, 3 things are very important mentioned about this foundation was it has a hyaluronic acid. What is hyaluronic acid? Now, people are very misconcepted about this, if that word makes sense. Now, hyaluronic acid, I'm just going to read a bit because I have written everything on my book. So I'm just going to read. Hyaluronic acid, as body collagen declines. Now, what happens, like girls, if you see Indian moisturizers or a lot of moisturizers in the market, if you see they don't have hyaluronic acid into it, they have something called collagen. Now, hyaluronic acid and collagen work hand in hand. If you don't have collagen, you have hyaluronic acid. As the body collagen declines, the appearance of wrinkles and discoloration becomes more visible. Fun thing, maximizing collagen level will keep skin supple. Hyaluronic acid keeps the collagen up, and it retains skin moisture, contributing to the anti-aging benefits to the skin. So you understood that it basically helps for anti-aging. It's not only about hydration and moisturization, girls. Let's be very clear. Anything saying hyaluronic, the word HY doesn't mean it is related to hydration only. It has a lot of other benefits also to it. Now, it may hydrate fine lines and makes them slightly less noticeable. And the one important thing which I wanted to mention, that in a very dry climate, this water binding ingredient, basically what is it? It binds the water. Basically, it collects the moisture from the environment, it binds it and locks it up. So basically, if you have a dry skin, it keeps it moistured. Now, if it doesn't get a sufficient amount of moisture, it start taking up moisture from your inner skins and start using it on your skin. But then that can cause a problem to you. So, I'm just going to read. It's very dry in very dry climates, this water binding ingredient can draw moisture from the environment, so it may actually start to pull moisture out of the deeper layer of your skin. Okay, the main job of the one major job is to hydrate your skin, but it has to do it some way. So the negative way can be it starts taking moisture from your own skin. Next thing they mentioned, it has a polylift technology and adapting to your own skin tone. Yes, it has a polylift technology, but I googled it. I tried to find some info on it, but I couldn't get much info, and basically I couldn't get too much on it. So whatever Nykaa says, I will go by that. So basically any wrong foundation shade you buy, like the one I have picked up, it's a wrong shade. Purposely I bought a shade lighter. I am always 03. If you know, I have bought 02 this time just to test the polylift technology part. So it is going to adapt to your own skin. So we'll see that later. Then it is made in Europe and it is fragrance and paraben free. Now paraben free, good thing, very good. And fragrance free, it has a little bit of alcoholic scent to it, but then it will go away during the day whenever you apply. Now the negative thing about this foundation in a whole, I felt they could have bought more shade or launched more shade, because yeah, I just don't get it. It's an Indian it's India, and India has so many different kinds of skin tone, and it should be reachable to everyone, and everybody wants to try a new foundation, and something coming from Nykaa definitely. So I felt they should have added some darker shade, because lighter shades though they have, I think all the shades are pretty light to medium skin tones, but not very dark. People can use this foundation. It has a polylift technology, but obviously ivory shade cannot turn to a very dark shade. So let's be real about it. And one thing I felt on the site, they should have mentioned how to use the foundations. They have mentioned it on the box. Most of the people don't even read the box. So they should have mentioned it, because all the other brands, Lakme, Maybelline and all, they have mentioned how to use the product, how you should apply the product basically. So that was something missing. So all that is done, and the foundation is going to last you for 2.5 years, and you are getting 30 ml of foundation. That's a standard amount of foundation which you get in any other brand. So price point, I felt it's quite affordable foundation. Now let's get into my portion of what did I feel about the foundation and all that. So before that I talk, let's apply some foundation on our face. I'm dying to use it. So I'm going to take some on my hand. I'm just taking on my hand. It's this consistency. It's not very thin, it's not very thick, so you can still work it out with it. So I'm just going to apply the foundation. Like guys, if you know me, my skin doesn't have too many marks, but recently I have discovered some freckles, and the remaining foundation we're just going to leave it on the skin. Let's see what happens, because at times it doesn't show on the face, it shows on the hands, and sometimes it shows on the hands, it doesn't show on the face. So let's blend in with the beauty blender, and I'm just going to buff everything in my skin. Okay, oh my god, this foundation is too white for me. I'm scared. I look like a ghost, I feel. I don't know if my camera is picking it up, but then I'm just telling you, because oh my god, you see a difference in my neck and in my face. It's way too much. So okay, now this is not the first time I'm using this foundation. I've been using this foundation past, I don't know, when did I receive it? I received it I think on 11th or so, and from that day I've been using it, and I use it every day, every morning at 9 o'clock sharp. I move out of my house and I come back by 1. You must be thinking, where did she go? I go to the hospital because I have to get my physiotherapy done. So I go into sun, then I move into an AC room, and then I just come out. So I have actually tested the foundation almost every day. So let's talk about my thoughts on it. Now I've applied the foundation. Let's see if it merges with my neck. So let's see that. Now let's talk about the pros first. Now pros, the packaging is A1, pricing is very good, 30 ml of product, very good. It has hyaluronic acid, very good. Polylift technology, I cannot talk now. And it has sunblock into it. So that's a very good thing. All are very good things. Now let's talk about the cons. It is not good for oily skin. I am a combination to oily skin. I didn't like the texture of this because it gets sticky. As it says, it's a dewy finish foundation. So they should have mentioned this, that it will suit very dry to combination to dry or something like that, because it is not all skin types. So I would not recommend this foundation to oily skin people. Like now my skin is really sticky. It's sticking. See, it's sticking. So this is how the foundation is. Now you can see my skin and my face skin. It's too fair. Oh my god, as if I feel I'm wearing something. Now what happens when you wear this foundation, and like I walk and go to the hospital. I don't drive or I don't go into a vehicle. I walk. So I wanted to test the foundation naturally. Now what happens, like after 1 hour when you are into sun or you're walking or doing something, the foundation tends to get more cakey and your hairs will start sticking to your foundation. For that matter, even if you brush your handkerchief on your face, the foundation may just appear on your handkerchief also. Now I felt Nykaa should have made a full coverage foundation and mentioned that it isn't not for oily skin. Now if I'll show you from behind, you can see my freckles are still there. So it is nowhere a medium coverage foundation. For that matter, it has no coverage as such, I would say. It has a coverage, it's a very sheer coverage. Like instead of a foundation, I felt it can be called as a CC cream, sorry, but then I felt my CC cream and this are at par. My Lakme CC cream and this is like at par. Like a lot of people have a problem with Lakme CC cream because they feel it's too oily for the oily skin. So you may end up feeling like this for this foundation also. Polylift technology, as you can see, it doesn't change much, I feel. You know, on the camera you may look different, but at least if I'm seeing myself in the mirror, I feel the foundation is just sitting on my face somewhere. It's just sitting. Yes, it will give you that highlighted effect on the face, I would say that. But then when anybody will see you from front, will come to know that you applied a foundation on your face. That's like my personal view. I have tested it. One friend of mine really pinpointed me because she knows I'm a YouTuber. I make videos. So she said, "What are you applying on your face?" I'm like, "Why?" So she said, "No, it's a little weird. It makes you look paler." So basically what happens after 3 to 4 hours, it starts fading off. And if you have large pores, it may sit down, it may not. Depends skin type to skin type. For dry skin people, they're going to love this foundation. But the oily skin people, I don't know how will it go. So now let's set the face because I'm feeling really oily, girls. So I'm going to use my Freedom. Now apparently the amount of powder I used to use earlier, I just use it under my eyes. But for this foundation, I have to use it all over my face. So I'm going to show you how I do it. And you need a good quality of powder, good amount of. And the forehead will become really sticky, really. Now as you can see, now since the foundation was sitting on my face, the powder is also sitting on top of it now. So it is going to take, it doesn't change the shade in 3 minutes. It may change for you in 5 to 6 minutes. Now let me show you my hand. This is my hand. The shade is still there, guys. The last portion was left. The shade is still there. Guys, it is totally on your body temperature. Anything will just not work on your skin just like that. And temperature on your hand, the skin type on your hand and the skin type of your face is different. So if you're testing the foundation on your hand is different and testing the foundation on your face is different. Let me be very clear on that. So will I approve this foundation? Like, should you go and buy? I just told you oily skin will not like it. It's very oily. It's very dewy. And nowadays I don't see people reaching out to very dewy finish foundation. Still they make something to that foundation and make it a little semi-matte or semi-matte. So that's my take on this. If I am going to reach out for this foundation, I don't think so, because it's too sticky. Like I've just set my face and I'm already sticky. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this foundation. I would not tell you go ahead and pick it up. And if you really want to buy the foundation, please buy your exact shade. Just don't go by polylift technology. I don't know if it is going to change the shade or not for you, because it totally depends on your body temperature. It's basically any foundation oxidizing to something. So basically it happens like most of the foundations in the market are like, it will just oxidize on your skin. So this one has a different name called polylift technology, which is going to change to your skin. So definitely people are buying like a shade lighter or a darker, because that much any foundation oxidizes. So but this foundation promises a polylift technology factor in it, adapting to your skin tone. You can see it has not done anything, as if I look more whiter, and it has not blended in my neck shade. So that's a live test. I'm just giving it to you so that you know. And this video is 16-17 minutes longer. So as you know, I have applied this foundation past 6 to 7 minutes. So you got a live test. Final thoughts. If you're combination too oily, my suggestion, don't go for this foundation. Go for something else. That's it, girls. I hope you loved the review. I wanted to make this review ASAP, but I was testing the foundation. So if you bought it already and if you have any thoughts on it, do let me know. But for me, it's not working well. Sorry, but Nykaa is a very good brand. I love their nail paints. I love their lipsticks. Then yes, this foundation I was expecting too much, because I was very excited to buy this foundation and use it because it had hyaluronic acid. So that is one thing. So I hope you like the review. Please let me know in my comment section box what did you feel about it, and if any one of you picked up this foundation. Stay tuned, girls, for more reviews. I will keep coming. Anything in specific you want to know, do let me know in my comment section box. Give a thumbs up. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. Bye bye. Take care.